Nina, a 50-year-old woman, was having an affair with her servant. Even though she was 50, her beauty had not faded. Nina lived alone with her son, Sam, and she often felt lonely and sad. Most of the household chores were handled by Sam, which sometimes made him frustrated with his mother. Noticing this, Nina decided to hire a servant. When the servant, Mason, arrived, Sam immediately disliked him. He already knew about Mason and didn't trust him. Sam warned his mother that he didn't want Mason working in their house. Upset by this, Nina walked away angrily, so he told Mason not to come back from the next day. The following morning, when Sam would awake his mother, the first thing she asked about was Mason. Surprised, Sam told her he had already asked Mason not to return. Nina didn't like that, but she couldn't strongly argue with her son. Sam started doing all the work Mason used to do. He prepared breakfast and served it to his mother, asking how it tasted. Nina gave a vague response because her mind was still on Mason. Hesitantly, she asked Sam to call Mason back, saying it would make things easier. Sam was confused about why his mother seemed so desperate, but he didn't question her and continued his work, though he grew increasingly concerned. Meanwhile, Nina couldn't stop thinking about Mason. Eventually, she took Sam and drove to the area where Mason used to live. As they reached the car, Mason appeared and began cleaning it. Sam told him to stay away, but Mason ignored him, trying to show his loyalty to Nina. Reluctantly, Nina gave him some money and told him to stay nearby. Sam watched his mother closely. Later, when they returned after shopping, Mason was nowhere to be seen. Nina panicked. They wanted to take him home for treatment, but Mason refused. However, Nina insisted and emotionally convinced him to come along. Nina gave him food and asked why he hadn't been coming to work. Mason glanced at Sam and quietly explained that Sam had told him not to come. Nina reassured him and asked him to continue working, as there was still a lot to be done. Mason looked at Sam again, knowing he wasn't welcome, but he stayed because of Nina's insistence. After dinner, Mason shared that his parents had died when he was young and that he had no one in the world. Hearing this, Nina felt sympathy for him. Soon, life in the house began to feel normal again. Mason spent most of his time with Nina, which bothered Sam. One night, Sam confronted his mother about why she kept Mason around. Nina said he worked hard and was helpful, but Sam knew there was more to it, and it made him even more upset. The next morning, Sam saw Mason doing chores again, alongside his mother. Unable to tolerate it, Sam called his father and asked him to come home. The following day, Nina's husband arrived. He worked in another city and only visited occasionally. As soon as he arrived, he questioned Nina about keeping Mason in the house. She explained that Mason was poor and unemployed, so she hired him out of kindness. While they were talking, Mason entered and Nina introduced him. Her husband spoke to Mason and asked about his background. Mason answered politely, but neither Sam nor his father fully trusted him. Still, Nina's insistence kept him in the house. That night, when Sam went to the kitchen for water, he noticed Mason wasn't in his room. A moment later, he saw Mason somewhere else. The next day, while Sam was practicing, his father came to him and said that his mother wasn't feeling well and that they needed to go to the hospital. Nina had already been admitted to the hospital earlier. When Sam arrived there, he saw that Mason was taking great care of her, feeding her, staying by her side all the time. Seeing this, Sam's father felt relieved and happy. He now fully trusted Mason and believed he was a loyal person. Later, he met Nina and told her how well Mason had taken care of her. Hearing this made Nina feel even closer to Mason. Later, Mason and Sam were sitting in the car together. Sam remained silent. Mason asked him if he had any problem with him. Sam bluntly replied that Mason should leave his house. Mason stayed quiet because he couldn't leave Nina in that condition. After some time, Nina was discharged from the hospital and returned home. Mason also brought his belongings and moved in permanently to live with her. Sam wasn't happy about this at all, but Nina was, especially after how well Mason had cared for her in the hospital. Sam refused to talk to Mason. Seeing this behavior, Nina became emotional and even cried. Mason silently made a promise to himself that he wouldn't leave the house until he made Nina happy. That night, he stayed awake in his room, thinking about it. The next morning, when Mason left for work, Sam started checking his bag. Just then, Sam's father walked in and got upset seeing what he was doing. Sam immediately fell silent. At that moment, they heard some noise outside. Sam saw his mother laughing and spending time with Mason. Seeing this, his father told Sam that he should take care of his mother the way Mason does. Hearing this made Sam even more angry at Mason, as Mason seemed to be taking his place in the house. Sam stepped out of his room and showed his frustration toward Mason. At that time, Nina was sitting outside in the sun and overheard everything. She realized that there was no friendship between Sam and Mason. Nina's husband stayed at home for 2 days. During that time, Mason handled both household and outside responsibilities. It was clear that he was putting in his full effort to win a place in Nina's heart. Even Sam's father started helping Mason with work, but Sam still wanted to get rid of him. Sam's father complained about him to Nina. This left Nina worried, as she couldn't understand why Sam refused to accept Mason. When Mason overheard this, he took all the blame upon himself. Hearing this increased Nina's respect for him even more. That same night, Sam's father left for work in another city. Sam noticed that Mason had once again started staying close to his mother. Seeing how much care Nina was showing toward Mason made Sam jealous. He began planning to teach Mason a lesson. After a while, Sam went near the swimming pool and saw his mother there, with Mason sleeping nearby. He woke Mason up and told him to come along, saying he wanted to show him something. Sam took him to a house and tricked him into going inside. After some time, Sam returned home, but he started to feel guilty about what he had done. The next morning, when Sam woke up, he heard some noises coming from a room. As he went closer and checked, he was shocked. Inside, his mother was tending to Mason's face. She asked how he got her, but Mason made an excuse, saying he got into a fight. He didn't mention Sam at all. Later, when Mason went to his room, he saw Sam but said nothing. However, he clearly understood that everything had been Sam's plan. The next day, the three of them went to a mall. While there, Nina looked at herself in the mirror and Mason complimented her beauty. After some time, they all returned home. Sam secretly noticed that Nina had bought new clothes for Mason from the mall. She didn't buy anything for Sam. Seeing this, Sam grew even more jealous and became convinced that his mother was no longer giving him the same attention and care. The next day, the three of them headed toward a lake because Mason felt like going fishing. Soon, they reached the lakeside. Nina started enjoying the place and asked Mason if he had been there before. Mason replied that he had been there many times. Sam didn't like fishing, but when he saw Nina getting into the boat with Mason, he followed them. It was Sam's first time sitting in a boat, so he felt a little nervous. Meanwhile, Mason asked Nina if she had ever rowed a boat before. She said no, so Mason made her sit closer to him and began teaching her how to row. Nina also started enjoying being close to Mason. After that, they dropped everything and headed back home, reaching before nightfall. Mason wanted to sleep in Nina's room that night. As he moved toward her room, Sam appeared in front of him, and Mason immediately backed off. The next morning, the police came to Sam's house for an inquiry. After they left, Sam asked his mother why the police had come, but Nina made an excuse. Later, Nina and Mason sat together talking, while Sam secretly listened to them. When Mason started feeling sleepy, Sam burned with jealousy, so he decided to check their phones. The next morning, while Mason was in the shower, Sam took the opportunity and stole his phone. As he tried to leave, Mason heard his footsteps. Mason came out and asked both of them about his phone. Nina had no idea about it. Mason got angry. Left with no choice, Sam returned the phone. A little later, Mason was sleeping when Sam came near him. He noticed a tattoo on Mason's body. The tattoo had his real name written on it. Seeing this, Sam was shocked. The next morning, Sam went straight to the police and told him Mason's real name, asking about him. The police informed Sam that Mason was a criminal. Sam agreed to help because he wanted to see Mason behind bars. After some time, he returned home, but he couldn't find Nina or Mason anywhere. Worried about his mother being with a criminal, he started searching for them. Soon, he spotted both of them in the garden. Mason was shocked while Nina began to cry. After some time, Nina was washing Sam's clothes. Sam had also called one of his friends and told him everything. By morning, Sam returned home. As soon as he arrived, he hugged Nina and broke down in tears. Nina tried to calm him. After a while, the police arrived at their house. Nina had called them herself. She told them that Mason had stolen all the money from the house and run away the previous night. The police believed her and left. A few days later, Sam and Nina were eating when news about Mason came on TV. It reported that Mason was a criminal the police had been searching for. They urged anyone with information to come forward. Nina didn't even want to see his face, so she turned off the TV and went back to her chores. After some time, Sam also started doing household work. Sam had installed cameras all over the house, and that day, the hard drive had become full. He quickly replaced it with an empty one and started watching the recorded footage on his laptop. In anger and sadness, he destroyed the hard drive. Meanwhile, Nina was relaxing near the pool. Shortly after, Sam came there, and with that, the story comes to an end.